Now, let's talk about the intermediate value theorem, all right, for continuous function, which we call it the IVT, all right? Now, always when the AP Calculus students face an obstacle to make sure that all the students got the IVT, because, like, I don't know why, it is so easy theorem, all right? Now, maybe we're going to see use the IVT, use the IVT, use the IVT. So what is the IVT? Now, to understand the IVT or the intermediate value theorem, let's just answer for these three questions. All right, like use the IVT to answer the following questions. F of x equals x cubed minus 2x minus 5. Actually, to investigate what does the intermediate value theorem means, we need to answer these questions. Now, find f of 1. What does that mean? It means plug 1 in the function. It's 1 cube minus 2 times 1 minus 5. Let's put it on the calculator, okay? Let's put it on the calculator. Okay. Now, so 1 cube. Now first choose 1 as run matrix. Now 1 cube in the brackets, the power of 3 minus 2 times 1 minus 5. What is the answer? It is negative 6. So that's equals to minus 6. Now we need to find out f of 2. Just replace the 1 with 2, okay? Delete 2. Delete 2. This is equals to negative 1. Let's answer f of 3. Just replace the 2 with 3. I mean, you can do plugging for the 3, but I prefer to do it just, it's faster than anything. Okay, now 3. That's equals to 16. That's equals to 16. Now, to make sure we're talking about a polynomial function, and we said, or we talked about the polynomial functions as all the polynomial functions are continuous on its domain. Now, to understand the intermediate value theorem, now when we say f of 1 equals negative 6, f of 2 equals negative 1, and f of 3 equals 16. Now put 1 with negative 6, I mean the point, 1 and negative 6. This is 1, and let's say this is negative 6. So let's say that the point is right there. And the 2 with the negative 1, let's say this is 2 and this is negative 1. Now the 3 with what? With 16. This is a 3 and this is 16, let's see. Now we talk and we say that this function is polynomial, and all polynomial functions are what? Are continuous. Now what does that mean? Now since we are going from negative to positive, absolutely we passed it through the 0, okay? We passed it through the what? The 0, because what? Because the function is what? Is continuous, okay? So passing it through negative 6 to negative 1 to 16. We passed it through what? The 0, okay? We passed it through 0 between the negative 1 and 16. So if you want to answer D, does the function have a 0? I mean, you have to use the IVT to decide, does the function have a 0 in it? And how do we know? How do you know? Yes, it has. Now why? Because we passed it through negative, negative, then positive. Now once you are jumping from negative value to positive value, and the function that we are talking about it is continuous, so by IVT we have what? We have at least one root, or we have at least 1 0, okay? Now because we have one jump, all right? So for each jump from the negative numbers to the positive numbers, we have what? At least 1 0, because we are talking about one jump. Now if you have 2 jumps, you have at least 2 zeros, and so on, okay? That's what the IVT talks about, which makes sense. I mean, you went from negative 1 to 16. By default, you pass through 0, right? So we said by IVT, we have at least 1 0, because we jumped from negative 1 to 16. So since f of 2 equals -1, and f of 3 equals 16 by IVT, we have 1, 0, or at least 1, 0. Now, to complete the full understanding for the IVT, let's follow up